There were many eyes on Lana Long as she walked out on stage for her nightly routine. She was a popular performer at the Sly Fox Lounge, a club well known for beautiful, exotic dancers. Sometime after the performance, Lana Long had an unexpected encounter. The crime committed that night might have gone unsolved had it not been for a common thread. On a hunch, Burchard searched the police computer database, entering the name of Dwayne Johnson, and when he did, he found a surprise. 3 years earlier, when Dwayne and Sandy Johnson were newlyweds, there was a confrontation outside their home with an armed assailant. Sandy's brother was wounded in the shoulder. Another shot went through a front window. The shooter was an old boyfriend of Sandy's, angry with Dwayne for stealing his girlfriend. His name was Stephen Roy Harper. But 4 months later, tragedy struck once again. Around 9 o'clock at night, while Jean was at a nearby laundromat, a fire broke out in the Keidel's home. The blaze quickly engulfed the entire house, and the 4 children were trapped in their bedrooms.
Lori, come on, wake up, Lori, come on, there's a fire.
Susie, the oldest, led the others around the flames. But Lori ran back into her bedroom for her Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal.
I fell on the floor, I was burned, I was crying, I wanted my mother. And my older sister, Susie, came in. The house was ablaze around us, and so she laid on top of me. She said, they're coming for us now, Lori. They'll help us. She said, I love you. And she said, I'll never, ever leave you.
I swear I love you, and I'll never, ever let you go, I promise.
2:30 a.m. After working the night shift at this donut shop in Tampa, Florida, 17-year-old Lisa McVeigh rode her bicycle home along a dark, deserted street. Suddenly, a man jumped from behind a parked van, knocked Lisa off her bicycle, grabbed her by the hair, and forced her into his car.
God, help me. I was thinking I was going to be killed. Oh my God, just help me.
McVeigh was blindfolded, held at gunpoint, and ordered to remove her clothing.
He stuck the gun to my head and said he was going to kill me if I didn't do what was expected of me. I didn't fight, didn't struggle. There was no reason to.
What do you want?
Need some help moving in?
I want you to leave.
Come on, mind if we talk a little?
I want you to leave now.
There was some kind of argument or struggle, possibly after she had rejected Prante's sexual advances. He forced her into the basement and hit her with a tray table. At some point, he bit her on the shoulder and strangled her. Afterwards, he staged the scene to make it appear to be a sexual assault. Less than 2 weeks later, the threats turned violent. Margaret Backhouse was heading into town to do some shopping. She decided to take her husband's car because her car was having some mechanical difficulties. Graham was in the barn. and never heard the explosion or Margaret's screams for help over the music from his radio. With half of her thigh ripped away by the blast, Margaret crawled towards the edge of the road where she was spotted by a passing bus and rushed to the hospital.
I thought I'd pop in to see how your wife is faring.
She's doing very well, thank
He
you.
told police that Bedale
Well,
Taylor
perhaps it's
stopped
God's
by
justice.
to ask how his wife was doing in the hospital following the car bomb.
Justice?
Without warning, Colin flew into a rage and attacked Backhouse with a Stanley knife.
Me that set the bomb in your car. You should have been the victim, not her!
He said he was doing God's work, blamed Backhouse for the death of his son, and admitted planting the car bomb. Backhouse ran to the hallway, grabbed his shotgun, and shot Bedale Taylor in self-defense.
So, Steve, I see you have your Breakfast of Champions there with you?
Janet McDermott planned to stop by her office only briefly on the morning of October 15, 1985.
Have a nice day, Steve.
She had a number of business appointments around Salt Lake City that day. Moments later, an explosion rocked the building, killing her colleague who worked next door. Science uncovered a tale of forgery, fraud, and murder.